everyone, and welcome to another video. We are here today with the beautiful star of the show, this gorgeous fabric, which we shall turn into the Lois Dress from Tessuti Fabric. I've seen that dress for about 6 months and I was like, I need to make that dress. And you know, procrastination, busy life, and other things have just creeped up and I haven't made that dress, but today is the day. We're not putting it off. I have the most beautiful fabric. I have the most gorgeous vibes in my soul. We are feeling good, we are feeling happy, and so without further ado, let us get into it. Thank you for being here. Honestly, it means a lot to me, so thank you. Anyways, less talking, more sewing is my motto for these kind of videos.
This project, like many of my projects, started with assembling the pattern. And then I decided to make my life more difficult by tracing the pattern. I am glad I did because, spoiler alert, this pattern was huge. But I was oblivious and hopeful, so I added the fabric, big mistake, and then I pinned the pattern to the fabric. And bish bash bosh, I also cut the fabric like the boss lady that I am.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Only 6 pieces to cut. I already love this pattern because I'm lazy. And there isn't a lot of leftover fabric. I used about 2 meters and I'll probably be using this to make some scrunchies. So without further ado, I think it is time for some sewing. First, let's make something to drink because hydration station is vitalization station. I don't know what I'm saying, but it's good to stay hydrated and it's good to have a little cheeky drink on the side when you're sewing. That's my advice for you.
So this is the lemonade I have been obsessed with. Green tea, elderflower cordial, a whole lemon blended with lots of ice. Refreshment in a pickle jar is my vibe. Let's be honest, that's not a mason jar, that is a pickle jar.
Cheers to being young, alive, and creative. Come on, somebody.
Drunk on vitamin C, it was time to start on the top. The pattern is interesting because it makes you cut out the dart, which I haven't encountered before. Then I marked the edges of the dart and pinned it together. Once that was done, I was ready to thread my machine and test all the good things on a piece of scrap.
This is my favorite part of sewing. It's like you're ready to start sewing, you haven't messed anything up, and you expect fully that this is gonna be the best project you'll ever make. I mean, vibes are good, expectations are high, and failure is low. It's a good vibe.
Little did I know this was going to be a very, very, very frustrating project. But in the moment, bish bash bosh, the darts were done.
My darts are sisters and not twins. Is that acceptable with darts or is that only acceptable with eyebrows? I need to know. And I don't think my darts have ever been twins. They've always been long lost sisters.
Once the darts were pressed, I went ahead and pinned the 2 front pieces to the back piece. This is when sewing is enjoyable to me, when it makes sense and I don't have to stress. And for this project, I went all out and I did French seams for pretty much everything because I cared deeply about this dress and I had high hopes. Once the top was attached, I moved on to the bias binding for the neckline. I freaking loved doing bias binding this way. So this is what you do. You pin the bias binding to the neck, right to right, then stitch, then fold the stitched area, then edge stitch, then press, then stitch again. That did not make sense, but hopefully it does. So simple, so direct, like when you're on a good date and the results are beautiful and neat.
So I'm putting the top on, and first of all, the darts are making me look like I have 2 nipples, and I do not have 2 nipples. But I'm not gonna do anything to the darts because when I stretch this out, the darts do look better. However, I feel like it's a little loose. From what I've read in the reviews about this pattern does run a little large. So I'm gonna take it on the sides a bit more to just kind of make it a little bit more flattering to the ladies. Because you know, these ladies deserve to be flattered. They've been through a lot in life. It's all coming together. Yeah.
I proceeded to take the top in at the sides, and that meant I was done with the top. Praise the Lord.
Now they're saying to take the front skirt and sew a dart on the right side. So that's what we're doing.
For this part, you can add a zipper, but I didn't want to add a zipper as I have read that you can get away without a zipper. And of course, I was going to go with the no zipper option. So the pattern says to first sew the right hand side dart. Then you attach the back panel to the front panel at the sides, leaving the left hand dart open, which is confusing, but that's where the zipper goes. Now I know.
I'm obviously tired because instead of sewing wrong sides together, I sewed right sides together. So that's fun. I think it's time for soup. I think it's time for a break. And then I think it's gonna be time for some picking. Yeah! Let me show you what kind of soup I'm having because it is delicious. This is what I shall call Romanian goody meatball soup. My mom used to make this all the time, and it's one of my favorite like Romanian soups. It is delicious. It is filled with veggies, and I love it. And I'm just gonna have some now. Gonna kind of re-energize myself because I am flagging. And like common sense says, stop, lady, stop the sewing project because you're tired and you're gonna make mistakes. But my determination says no, keep going. So I'm gonna keep going. Cheers to meatball soup. Hot. Spicy. It's not spicy, it's just really hot.
After a quick hair check, it was time to try and finish that skirt. This is me showing you my skirt. I was feeling very proud.
Let's sew my final dart of this project. Come on, somebody. I am darting on my way. I'm so tired. So tired. What's the time? Let's see. 8:57. Normally this is my bedtime. Normally I'm in my pajamas right now, but not tonight. Tonight we are gonna, have a party. We're gonna go wild, and I'm finishing this project tonight. My husband is laughing at me. What are you laughing at me for?
Because I know what it would be like tomorrow if you finish the project tonight.
I won't.
Morning. Get me my breakfast. Morning.
So my husband is predicting that I'll be very grumpy tomorrow morning. We shall see. I do get grumpy when I haven't slept. But it's okay, we're okay. We're young, flirty, 30 and thriving. We're good.
With that tired face, I went and sewed my last dart, which looked just as rough as my tired face.
My dart looks like it has been sewn by a drunk person. So I'm gonna have to unpick this and go to bed. I should probably just go to bed. I just want to finish this. Can you not drink water when I'm filming?
You rejecting access to life essentials?
My husband is daring to drink water while I'm filming. Very disrespectful of him. Can I have some water?
No.
Please. Please, sir, can I have some water? Alright, let's do some unpicking and let's try this again. Pray for me. Send your best vibes my way because I need them.
After my second attempt, the dart was finally done and it was time to attach the skirt to the top. For this, I put a pin in the center of the skirt and pin the two sides of the top as closely as possible to the pin. The idea is not to leave a gap between the two sides of the top. And once the whole skirt was pinned to the top, it was time to finally finish my dress. Finally finish my dress.
Okay, so I'm in my pajamas because I put the dress on, and number one, the dress is like 3 sizes too big, and number two, I found like the weirdest stains on my belly. I'm pretty sure it is face grease from my face, because I keep touching my face these days. I mean, I've always touched my face. Anyways, I touched my face, put them on the fabric, and there's stains. The dress is too big and I am dead on the inside. I feel nothing. Literally, it is 11 o'clock almost. I have no idea what to do with my dress to try and fix it. I hope the stains come out, but this is real life, y'all. This is real life. Wanna try your best, but you don't succeed. Literally, I feel like crying. That's the story of tonight. I have put it in a hot water kind of situation. I'm gonna hope that the stains come out, and then if they do, I will try and rectify the situation tomorrow. The pattern is gorgeous. I mean, when I put the dress on, I thought, wow, what a beautiful pattern. And then I'm like, wow, why did I cut it 3 times too big? Lesson learned. But yeah, me and my cute ass are gonna go to bed because it is late.
Alright, so the following morning, I took my soaked dress, put it in the tumble dryer, and thankfully the stains did come out. It did not shrink, but the stains were out and I was thankful. Then I spent an eternity unpicking most of the dress, and after lots of sewing, the dress looked more size appropriate. Then it was time for the sleeves to go on the top, which was easy peasy lemon squeezy. And then bish bash bosh, I used my hem foot to do the hem for the first time, which was magical. And then voila, 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 the dress was done.
Thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed watching this dress being made. I hope you also have enjoyed watching that little baby announcement. We have a little baby coming in September. We're very excited. And before I kind of wrap this video up, I just want to say that this project was really tricky for 2 reasons. Number one, I cut the pattern size 12 based on the measurements that I took. And I really could have done with a size 8 or even 10. So always size down with this pattern because I really think it runs a little big. And then the second thing that has been tricky about this pattern is this fabric. So this is a crinkle kind of fabric, and I didn't know this prior to working with this fabric, but when you iron this fabric, it goes crazy big. So it's just been so uncontrollable, stubborn, and just like unreliable, and it's just been really hard to work with. I'm glad I was able to kind of make it work, but just know that if you ever work with crinkle cotton, it is difficult to work with and it is a nightmare. Anyways, I'm talking too much. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you so much for just like enjoying these videos. I love making them. So I will see you in the next one. Bye.